Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our Facebook Live today with collaboration with Satya City Mall. Today, we are hosting our FB Live directly from Satya City Mall Facebook page. Yeah, my name is Zoe. I am a craft instructor from Craft Space. Welcome to all of you. Hopefully that you all already have lunch and you have already found a comfortable spot so that you can sit down, relax, and enjoy the session. The session is going to take about 1.5 hours, roughly. We are going to do a simple craft in conjunction with Mid-Autumn Festival, which is coming up on the 21st of September, which is next Tuesday, the following Tuesday. Yeah, the Tuesday after next. All right. So what are we going to do today? We are going to make a lantern out of recyclable materials. Yeah. For those of you who have been joining our Facebook Live, you know that we focus a lot on sustainable lifestyle. We hope to encourage the young generation to live a greener lifestyle. So that is why we have to educate them from young how to do it, right? So that is the reason why we have chosen this topic to be sustainable, right? And we are going to use everything that we can find from home, be it cardboard, be it plastic. But today, the main focus, of course, we are focusing on using only paper materials, which means that we are going to make the lantern out of either cardboard, either paper bag, or cereal box, tissue box, face mask box, recycled paper, recycled newspaper, or magazines. Yeah, so those are the materials that we will be using today, right? So for those of you who have already pre-registered with us, thank you very much. I am pretty sure that you have already received the material list. Yeah, if you have not received, for those of you who just joined us today, now, don't worry if you do not have the material list, because later on I will also go through what are the materials that we will need, so that you can prepare it either now, or you can watch the video later on when the whole thing, the whole video is, the whole live is completed. Yeah, so no rush. Main thing is for you to enjoy, watch the video. At the same time, we are going to have a little game later on. Yeah, we are going to play a little bit of riddle, because what is Mid-Autumn without playing riddle, right? So in Chinese, we call it Cai Teng Mi, right? But we are going to do it in English version so that it is easier for everybody, right? So that is what is going to happen. At the same, also we are going to talk about the lantern making contest hosted by Satya City Mall. So I am going to also brief you about the terms and conditions, yeah, how you can actually participate. So next week is a school holiday, so please make sure you join the contest, because the prizes are very, very attractive. Yeah. Okay. So let's start the session by going through the materials. Right. So what we need, of course, like I mentioned just now, we need a lot of paper materials today, right? So you can have paper bag, you can have cardboard. Yeah. The thick type is good if you can have it. Otherwise, then you can also use cereal box or tissue box, any other boxes, right? So we need few sizes. One is for the base. The other one is for you to put your candle. Now, since this is a paper material lantern, so we will not recommend you to use candles, the real candle. So what we do is we will recommend you to use those LED tea light candle, yeah, battery operated, right? And then after that, we will need some brochures, magazines, old newspaper if you have, yeah. And then yarn, if you want to hang it up already. And then we need chopsticks. Yeah, these are disposable chopsticks. I'm pretty sure if, let's say, you tapao food from outside, definitely you will be given. Yeah, If you do not have this disposable chopstick, don't worry. You can actually make a stick out of tissue box or cereal box, something that is thin but is hard at the same time. Carton box may not be advisable because it's too thick to roll, and it is going to be very thick when you want to hold it, right? So my suggestion is to use the tissue box type, right? And then of course we have our paint and brush, yeah. We need our best companion again, scissors and cutter. Also Yoo-hoo glue, as well as hot glue gun. If you have hot glue gun, it will be the best. Otherwise, then Yoo-hoo glue is fine. Now, I do not recommend you to use craft glue or those glue stick, because it may not stick as well as the Yoo-hoo glue. It may not be as strong, yeah. All right, so those are the items that we need. I'm pretty sure that we did not miss out any. So let's start by making the lantern. Right now, for those of you who have the template, you can always trace the template onto the cardboard and then only cut and paint, right? Now, for those of you who do not have the template because you just joined, yeah, don't worry, we can always draw it freehand, right? So don't worry if you do not have all the items or all the materials. Yeah, you just have to watch the replay later on. Okay, so while we do the workshop, we will also be telling a little bit about the history of what is Mid-Autumn, why are we eating mooncake, you know, what are the stories behind it, right? So please stay tuned. Okay, let's start. First thing first, today the shape of the lantern is going to be a moon shape, a crescent actually, yeah. Though it is said that on the 15th day of the 8th Chinese lunar calendar, yeah, the moon is supposed to be the fullest and brightest, but we are going to make our lantern in a crescent shape, right? Also, we are going to add on a rabbit or two, maybe, yeah, onto the lantern. Now, I am just going to give you an idea what materials. Even though you only use paper materials, you can still make the lantern, but doesn't mean that you have to follow exactly what I am doing. You can add on your own element to make it something unique that is only you have it, you know, one in the world, you know, that kind. That is what we want to see from all the kids or your final artwork. All right, so first thing first, a crescent shape. Crescent means is half moon or slightly smaller. Okay, so it is something like this. Okay, so you can do like this. Okay, the size, if let's say you want to make a big one, I will recommend you to use A4 size. Yeah, so it is much bigger. Otherwise, then it depends on you what size you want. Now, if let's say you say, oh, I can't draw crescent shape, don't worry, you just need to have two different sizes of circle, something that you can trace on, a plate or bowl, you know, two sizes, and then you can just draw and then you cut. Right, so we need two pieces of this, cut into cardboard. Okay, cardboard, right, because one is in front, one is at the back. So this is the body of your lantern, right? And then in between the two cardboard, it is where this tiny square will sit, or a toothpaste box, something square. Now, size-wise, you don't have to worry. As long as your LED tea light candle can fit in, it is good enough, right? This one may be too big. If you want to make a smaller one, I think those toothpaste box should do the job, right? Okay, so this is the first one. And then after that, we are going to paint this. Now, for those of you who joined us yesterday, when we make the Mid-Autumn decorative hanging mobile, we mentioned something about removing the first layer of the cardboard after you cut it out to give it a more unique look Yeah, so this is also what you can do. So what we do is, now because the thick type of cardboard has a lot of layers, yeah, so in the middle you can actually see the corrugated part. So that is what we want to see. Now for me personally, I like to see more texture in all the artwork that I make. So I am going to remove, yeah, the first layer. Okay, just tear it off a bit, but not too much, yeah. So what you do is make sure you only tear the first layer and not the rest, yeah, so that you can still keep the thickness. In terms of the body of the lantern, I will suggest you to use the thick type of cardboard, right? Not the cereal box, because it's too thin, and if let's say you want to make a big one, it is going to be very flimsy, yeah, so it is not recommended. Okay, so once you remove all the first layer of your cardboard, then you will see the corrugated part. So then after that you can start to paint your moon, right? Okay, so let me just quickly tear it off while you trace your moon, or you draw your moon, and then after that you can also start to tear off the first layer, yeah. Now in terms of the sizes, like I mentioned just now, you can make it as big as you want. Now you can even make it slightly different shape if you want as well. You don't have to follow my shape, but this is just an idea to give you, yeah, what you can do something different, and best of all, it is your own handmade. How many of you actually make your own lantern every year? Now we are not talking about the DIY kits, yeah, because DIY kits, as much as it is still DIY, but it is, the shape is already there, right? All you need to do is assemble it. So that doesn't count. We are talking about you really make one from scratch. Yeah, so if let's say you do, please let us know in the comment section. Yeah, so that if you can share it with us of what you have done in the past, it will be great, right? Oh, who, Lillian? Kelly and Lillian. Well, good job. If let's say you still have the photos of your past lantern, so please share with us. Now this year again, you will be adding a new addition. Yeah, making your own lantern is very satisfying, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, you know that nobody is going to look, none of the lanterns in the market is going to look exactly the same as yours. Yeah, so that is the best part. Now being in the craft industry, we always encourage the kids to develop something based on their imagination and also their creativity. So that is why we always encourage them to handmade things. Yeah. Best of all now, because we are most of us are still stuck at home, so it is the best time for us to actually encourage our kids to handmake or to do a little bit of craft. At the same time, it also helps us to spring cleaning, yeah, to spring clean our house, because I'm pretty sure for those of you, myself included, we do a lot of online shopping. There are so many boxes, so many plastic bags, we don't know what to do with it, right? So most of the time, we either send it for recycling or we throw it away. Excuse me. Now, remember when we talk about the 5R, for those of you who have joined us since the beginning of the our FB Live journey, 5R, which consists of refuse, what else? Reduce, reuse, repurpose, recycle. So what we do is we don't just throw it away and we don't just send it for recycling, because recycling is the last step, the last process of the 5R principle. Okay, so we need to reuse as much as possible. We need to repurpose as much as possible. Now, what we are doing now is actually repurposing, which is more important rather than recycling, right? So this is how it looks like, roughly. Make it a little bit clean up a bit. So you will see the corrugated side. Now, to put it side by side as a comparison, this is how it looks like. So it has more texture, right? So it looks nicer in that sense. But you don't have to do it if, let's say, you say, I don't want to look like this. It's fine. Yeah, I like it smooth. It's fine. It's up to you. Okay. So this will be my front, and this will be my back. So the back part, I can just leave it. Unless you want to do it both sides, then you have to do the back as well. You have to remove the first layer of the paper, the thin layer of the paper from the cardboard. Okay, because if let's say you want both your lantern to be able to see from both sides, then you need to decorate both sides. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to only do the one side, the front. The back, I will just leave it empty. Okay, now next thing is we need to paint this, but let's do all the cutting first. Then after that, we can proceed to painting. So our moon is done, present. Okay, so for those of you who actually make a bigger moon, suggestion is that you can actually cut a hole here and make a full moon. Yeah, cut a hole here and make a full moon, something like this. Okay, you can cut a hole, make it a full moon, right? So it makes it look more unique, right? It's not so boring. And then after that, we will do the rabbit. So the body itself is done. This for the tea light candle, basically you don't have to do anything. You just need to make sure that it can fit and it doesn't jut out. Okay, so it is basically you just make sure that it sits behind and then it is covered. It won't show when you stick on it. That's all. Okay, right? So it won't show from the top, or that is how it looks like. Okay, or the bottom, right? So this is done. And then now we do the rabbit. Now the rabbit, you can do a full rabbit. You can do a half rabbit. I am going to do only half rabbit, right? So I am going to do only the head and the ears, right? So my rabbit looks like this. Okay, so we have the head, which is, you can do it round shape, any shape, any size will do. Yeah, as long as it's round shape, you can put it a little bit curved at the top, and then 2 bunny ears. Okay, you can make it big, you can make it small, it's up to you, right? So this is the shape, right? And then after that, if let's say you want it to look a little bit more 3D, you can actually bend your ears. Yeah. Now don't forget, once you are done with the head and the outer ear, don't forget about your inner ear as well, right? So the inner ear, we can stick it onto the outer ear. Make sure it is slightly smaller, same shape, okay, but slightly smaller in size. Okay, right? So we need 2 of the inner ears. Okay, now just to share with you where this rabbit is going to sit. This rabbit is going to be here. I will put it here. Okay, so I'm going to stick it with hot glue from the back itself. Okay, so it will look like this. It's like playing peekaboo. Okay, and then after that, we can draw 2 tiny circles for the hand. So this circle, you don't have to be complicated. Okay, you don't have to make it like, oh, it has to be something like this. Okay, you can make it circle. So any size will do, right? So we need 2. So this one is so that we can actually stick it outside here. It is like the rabbit is hanging onto the moon. Okay, something like this. All right, so let me repeat. We need a bunny head. Okay, so you can draw the bunny head together with the outer ear. And then after that, we need 2 inner ear, a smaller size, right? A smaller size. And then 2 hands, circle, make it cute, right? Okay, so 2 hands. And basically it is all. And then after that, if let's say you want to add cloud, you want to add flowers, like what we did yesterday, we add tree branches, we have flowers, leaves, you can even add a tiny lantern at the side, right? So that one we can do it later on, right? Now for me, I am going to also put another rabbit, a smaller rabbit, on the moon itself if we have the space, yeah. But I think it should be fine, right? So I am going to draw, I'm also going to paint another rabbit. Okay, something like this. Simple, seated or stand also can. This is optional, right? So again, all this you need to trace it on cardboard. The body of the lantern, best to use the thick type of cardboard. The rest you can use the thinner cardboard, okay? But make sure that it is not too soft. I would not recommend you to do it on newspaper or magazine. You can do it on those cereal box, right? Or if or those tissue box, face mask box, paper bags, you can use it as well. All right. So once you are done, then the next step is to paint. So we can choose color. Make sure it is vibrant, because mid-autumn is actually a very happy occasion. Yeah. So that is why we need to see a lot of vibrant colors. Yeah. The moon, you can paint it any color you want. Some may say that I want blue moon, I want pink moon. It's up to you, because at the end of the day, this is your lantern, right? So I am going to paint yellow, because I am going to put on cloud, which I am going to do it with light blue. So yellow color, I am going to paint it on the body itself, front and back. Okay. You can paint all the sides, including all these edges, yeah, to make it look nicer. All right. Right. So let's do the painting now, because it will take time to dry. Okay. While we do the painting, we are going to tell a little bit of a story. Yesterday, we mentioned that for those of you who joined us yesterday, yeah, we actually mentioned that there are few stories. There are 6 in total when we actually do research on the origin of Mid-Autumn. Yeah, but we only heard about 3 of them. Okay? The most popular one being the goddess of the moon, which is in Chinese we call it Chang'e. Okay, so it is a story about how she became the goddess and how she actually goes to the moon. Yeah, goes to the moon. So today we are going to tell the second story, which is about the Jade Rabbit. Now, have you ever wondered why for Mid-Autumn, right, you will always see rabbit? Anyone? If you know the answer, please type it in, yeah, before we tell the story. If you notice, every time when it comes to Mid-Autumn, you definitely will see rabbit. Why is it associated? So if you know the answer, please let us know, yeah. Otherwise, don't worry about it. Okay, because we are going to tell the story anyway. Okay. Yeah. So this rabbit is actually the second most popular story about the origin of the when we talk about the Mid-Autumn Festival. Yeah. Also, the next story that we heard a lot is on Wukang. Okay. But that is not exactly the story that we actually grow up with. Yeah. So most of the time, for those of you who are familiar, we only heard about the Chang'e. Yeah, it's Chang'e's rabbit. Oh, from Chinese legend. All right. Okay, so let's see what is the story all about. Okay. So the Mid-Autumn Festival rabbit story actually goes about three immortals reincarnated, okay, themselves into three poor old people and begged food from fox, a monkey, and a rabbit. Okay, so the fox and monkey both gave food to the immortals, but the rabbit has no food. So it says to the immortal, this is what I found, yeah, when I do my research. You can eat me, the rabbit said. And straight away, the rabbit jumped into the fire so that the immortals can actually eat the rabbit, cooked rabbit, right? So because of that, the immortals actually are very moved. So they send the rabbit up to the moon so that the rabbit can become immortal, Jade Rabbit. Yeah. So since then, the Jade Rabbit, actually stays in the Moon Palace, and he or she, I'm not sure, accompanies Chang'e, right? So that is why it is called the Rabbit in the Moon legend or Jade Rabbit story. Okay, so Kelly has a different answer. Ah, so Kelly said it is because the daddy rabbit actually pity Chang'e because she is up in the moon alone. So that is why the daddy actually gave Chang'e one of the kids, yeah, one of the baby rabbits. Yeah. So how true it is, we don't know. There are a lot more research that we need to do. Now, while next week is a school holiday, so I will encourage you to find out more. Yeah, this is the best way for us to actually find out and do a little bit research on what is a real story, or at least as close as possible, right? Okay. So this is the first moon that I am done with. Now, for those of you, please take note, when you paint on cardboard, it is best if, let's say, if you want the color to look more vibrant, it is best to add a layer of white paint first before you paint. Otherwise, please make sure that you paint several layers, yeah, after it dries, right? So this is one layer paint. So later on, if let's say we have time, then we are going to paint the second layer. But for you, please do a second layer of coating in terms of the paint, right? Now, what paint do we use? Ideally, acrylic paint will be the best. Yeah, acrylic paint is the best because the color stands out. Yeah, so we like to use acrylic paint a lot because it's oil-based and it's not water-based. But please be very, very careful when you use acrylic paint because once it stains your clothes, that's it. It's gone. Yeah. So be very careful. Okay, so I am going to leave my moon one side, and I am going to paint my rabbit now. So next, I am going to paint the rabbit. Okay, so I am going to paint it white together with the hand, and then I will put the inner ear pink, very standard color. But please, this is your rabbit, this is your lantern. Please make it colorful and make it your favorite color, yeah. So that you know that when you play with it, you are very satisfied. I see kids, I saw, we used to come across kids that are very, very happy with their own creation. Yeah, because to them it's like, wow, it's hard work, which we love. Because when kids put in effort to make something, they feel satisfied, they feel achieved, accomplished. So that is what we want to see as well. Okay, so white, and then after that, the hand, right? How many of you have already eaten mooncake? There are so many mooncakes around, right? And we have seen that they actually in the market they actually start selling mooncake like 2 months ago, right after Dragon Boat Festival. They already started selling mooncake, and I was like, we just finished our um, dumpling. Yeah. Oh well, quite a number of you have eaten, yeah. Nice. Now, for us, um, for those of you who are familiar with us, we actually have mooncake workshops. Previously, pre-pandemic time, we actually have mooncake making workshops in the mall itself. Satya City Mall, we are privileged to also participated in one of few, I think, of the Mid-Autumn Festival. I'm not sure whether you are there. If yes, then yeah, it is me again. So for those of you who have not joined us, hopefully we would be able to resume our workshops, and then after that we can actually meet up and see and meet up with all of you. Yeah, we can't wait for it to happen though. It has been 1.5 years since our last event, physical on-ground event. Okay, so if for those of you who have eaten mooncake, um, what are the flavors that you like? Because nowadays the flavors can be quite unique, yeah, and some are very, I would say, up to it may not be up to everyone's liking or something special, yeah. We have seen, of course, nowadays durian flavor is quite popular. Yeah. Durian paste. Wow, I love durian, but unfortunately, I don't eat anything that made of durian. I don't eat durian ice cream or mooncake paste with durian paste. Why? Because I think eating original, authentic durian is the best. Ooh, why, Kelly? We love egg yolks. Yeah, but again, these are your preference, right? Ooh, jelly type. We love jelly too. So why do you think we eat mooncake? Why is it such an important delicacy? I would say delicacy. Yeah, when it comes to mid autumn, why do we eat mooncake during mid autumn? By the way, if you notice, yesterday I mentioned that mid autumn does not happen during autumn. Yeah, because now it's actually end of summer, and Mid-Autumn Festival usually happens, or I would say the 15th day of the 8th lunar month. Yeah, it's usually falls on September or October. End September, beginning of October. Sometimes, very rarely, it is end of August. Now, but during this time is either end of summer or beginning of autumn. It's not even mid-autumn, because the beginning of autumn this year actually is on the 22nd of September. But Mid-Autumn Festival this year falls on 21st of September. So it's a day before the beginning of autumn. Now, it has a lot of to do with harvesting as well, yeah, because during the olden days, um, the 15th day of the 8th month is actually during mid-autumn, and it is their the harvesting season. That is the reason why. But nowadays, because we have so many changes, we have some of the leap month or double month, yeah. So that is why sometimes it's faster, sometimes it's later, right? So let's talk about the mooncake. Back to mooncake. Why do you think we eat mooncake? Any answers? If you know the answers, please let us know so that we can also share. Okay. just now we talked about the moon is at its fullest and brightest during 15th day of the 8th lunar month. Yeah, so it has something to do with that. It's round like a moon. Is there any other question? Any answers to it? Chang'e, like sweet. Well, that is true because that is in one of our research, where we do our research, right? It actually mentioned that Ho Yi, Chang'e's husband, actually present delicacies or Chang'e's favorite food, which includes mooncake on the 15th day of the 8th lunar month every year after Chang'e goes to the moon, right? So it could be one of the answers. Chang'e's favorite. To remember Chang'e, Kelly said. Okay, is there any other answer to it? Now, some of you say that it looks like a moon. Yes, it's a full moon, and it symbolizes prosperity and reunion for the whole family. Mind you, Mid-Autumn Festival is actually the second most important festival for especially the Chinese. Yeah, after Chinese New Year, this is the second most important or grandest, yeah, second most grand festival that we celebrate. So it has a lot to do with reunion. It has a lot to do with prosperity. So at Mid-Autumn Festival, we eat mooncakes while we appreciate the moon. The kids play lantern, right? And then of course we drink tea. We eat a lot of special food like the baby yam, yeah, during Mid-Autumn Festival, right? And best of all, we also buy mooncake and present it to our family and friends, right? So it has a lot to do with something along the line of reunion or meeting friends, yeah. So the history of mooncake actually goes back all the way to late Yuan dynasty. Okay, it's very, very far back. Okay, during the late Yuan dynasty, right, people could not bear the cruel rule of the court. Okay, so the founder of Ming, his name is Zhu Yuanzhang. Okay, he actually united various resistance forces to prepare for the uprising. Uprising means it's like preparing for revolution. Yeah, so they are trying to fight against the court. Yeah, right. So of course, during the olden days, it's very hard to deliver military messages secretly, because if you want to do a uprising, you cannot be upfront telling people, hey, I'm doing a revolution, please join me. So we have to do it they have to do it secretly. So but it is so hard. So that is why this guy, his name is Liu Bowen. Okay, so he came up with the idea of putting the note, okay, a secret note into a round sweet delicacy, okay, which is now the mooncake, right? So what's the secret note? It is about uprising on the 15th night of 8th lunar month, which is on the Mid-Autumn Festival itself, on the exact day, yeah. Which then after that, what they do is they will ask the villagers or those who are in their force to actually deliver it to other resistance forces, to other troops as well. Okay, so on the day of the uprising, of course, the troops from different places got together and fight against the Yuan troop, and they won. So to remember this day, so on the 15th day of the 8th month, we always eat mooncake. That is the story, right? So it's fun when you do research, yeah, and find out about the history. Because personally, to be very honest, I don't even know that the mooncake has such a important reason behind it or history behind it. Yeah. So that is one. So that is why I always encourage that if, let's say, you have time, instead of binge watching YouTube videos. Please make full use of the technology. Now, I always say that technology is not a bad thing. Yeah, having devices at young age may not be a bad thing, but this is again yes and no. For certain people, maybe you won't agree. For me personally, I don't think it's a bad thing to have devices. It's just that we need to make sure that we make full use of the device that we have. Yeah. So instead of watching YouTube videos on toys review, maybe you can do a watch video about crafting ideas, or maybe you can actually Google, do research about certain topics. Yeah, a lot of things that you can actually do rather than just playing games or watching reviews on games and toys. Yeah. All right. So hope that you have already halfway done with your painting. I am painting my second rabbit now, blue. I mentioned that I wanted to paint my cloud blue, but I actually painted my rabbit blue because I was talking too much. Well, so we will skip the cloud, but you can actually do the cloud on your own, right? So while you're still painting and while I wait for my paint to dry, we can do a little bit of reader, okay? We will play Title Me. I will ask 10 questions. If let's say we have more time, then we can actually do more questions. So if you know the answer, please type into the comment section. We are going to give away 3 prizes to the most interactive participants or viewers. Yeah. So if you know the answer, please make sure you type in. Okay. Now, how do we pick the winners? Okay. We have moderators. Today we have 2 moderators actually that are going to go through all your answers. The 3 winners that are the fastest and most accurate and can answer all the questions will be the one that will win, yeah, the prizes. All right. So are you ready? So while you are painting, or if let's say you say, oh, I'm done painting, so please make sure you listen to the questions, and then once you know the answer, please type it into the comment section. All right, so that our moderators can actually take note. Right? So first question, let's do something that is very easy to warm up first, right? Okay, so the first question, what kind of building has the most stories? Very simple question. Okay, what kind of building has the most stories? So if you know the answer, please type it into the comment section. Need to need to stop craft first. Okay. Well, you can. Later on, just make sure you continue with your craft, yeah? So let's see. So the question is, what kind of building has the most stories? So we have museum, library, skyscraper, bookshop. Don't know the answer. Okay, the correct answer is actually library. Yeah, library. So it has a lot of stories to tell, isn't it? Right, so that is the first question and the first answer. So who got it correct? Winon and yeah, there are a few of them, but I can remember only Winon because he's the first one to answer it correctly, right? So okay, next question. At night, they come without being fetched, and by day, they are lost without being stolen. What are they? Okay, let me repeat the question. At night, they come without being fetched, and by day, they are lost without being stolen. What are they? This is also very simple. Let's see whether you can get it right. Ah. So we have star, we have moon, and ghost. Oh my goodness. I don't know ghosts actually can get lost, yeah. Okay, so the correct answer is actually the stars. So you can see them at night, right? But in the morning, it is still there. It's just that you can't see it, right? Okay, so stars are is the answer. Okay, so third question. I am full of holes. I can hold water. What am I? This one yesterday somebody actually answered it, but to the wrong questions. Yeah, so that's a hint. So I am full of holes. I can hold water. What am I? Quite simple because so there's only one answer, which is holes. There's majority of you answer sponge, which is correct. Okay, so that's the correct answer, sponge. Okay, so next question. Are you ready? So how many questions have you done? 1, 2, 3, 3 questions. Okay, so the fourth question. I am noisy. Sometimes I boom and sometimes I rumble. I come after lightning. Oh, this is very easy. What am I? I am noisy. Sometimes I boom. Sometimes I rumble. I come after lightning. What am I? Let me answer. Thunder. Yes, correct. Good job, Pepe. Michelle also say thunder. Good job. Firecracker. Rain doesn't come after lightning. Yeah. Thunder is the correct answer. Thunderstorm. Wow. Okay, so the fifth question. I am in a solar system, but I am not a planet. My heart warms the air. What am I? Okay. I am in the solar system, but I am not a planet. My heart warms the air. What am I? If you know the answer, please let us know. Okay, repeat the question. I am in the solar system, but I am not a planet. My heart warms the air. What am I? Let's see who can answer this. Ah, good. Yes. So the correct answer is actually sun. 太阳 is correct. Matahari also correct. Okay, good job. Okay, so let's proceed to the next question. Now, this is a little bit tricky. Please listen carefully. Yeah. Johnny's mom has 4 children. The first 3 children are named April, May, and June. What is the 4th child's name? I'm just going to tell you one. Let's see who get it wrong. Okay, so let's hear the question again. Okay, we already have the answers from all of you. Okay, now the question is: Johnny's mom has 4 children. The first 3 children are named April, May, and June. What is the 4th child's name? Some of you answer March. Some of you answer July. A lot of you answer July. Oh my god! And who actually paid attention? Pepe. Ah, Pepe was the first one who get it right. Okay, then Kelly. Okay, I already mentioned Johnny's mom has 4 children. The first 3 children's name are April, May, and June. So what is the fourth child's name? It's Johnny. So we know who is paying attention and who is busy with crafting. Huh? Okay. Johnny's mom. Who? Tenny. It's Johnny. Okay. Okay, so the next question. It is black, but you say it is clean. It is white, but you say it is dirty. You usually find it in the schools. Don't we all miss schools? Yeah. So what am I? So when it is black, you say it is clean. When it is white, you say it is dirty. What is it? This one is also quite easy. Mind you, these readers are made for kids, yeah. Any answers? Well, probably nowadays you don't find it as common as last time, yeah. But the correct answer is actually blackboard, right? So because last time during the olden days, not too old, not too long ago, we use blackboard instead of whiteboard. Yeah, so that is why when it is black, it is very clean because there's no words on it. But it's white because it's filled with chalk and all that, so it is dirty. Yeah. Yeah, school no longer use blackboard, so generation gap. Okay. All right. So next question. What has rivers but no water, forests but no trees, cities but no buildings? Okay, the question is, what has rivers but no water, forests but no trees, cities but no buildings? This is not something physical. Well, it is physical, but it is not something that related to nature. Mm-hmm. Who was the first question to answer? Arlene? Globe? Okay. Map. Michelle say map. Yeah, good job. The correct answer is actually map or globe. Globe also can. Yeah. Okay. So round globe. Well, Kelly, if you have a square globe, please share it with us. We want to see. Yeah. Okay. But good job, all of you. Okay. So next question. What is the smallest room in the world? The smallest room in the world. Do we have the answer? Okay. What is the smallest room in the world? Oh, wow. Okay, so we have correct answers. Yes. The correct answer is actually mushroom. Yeah. Okay. Your room definitely is not as small as a mushroom, Arlene. Okay, good job. So most of you got it right. Okay, do we have more time? Yeah, we still have some time. Okay. Okay, next question. What occurs once in a minute, twice in a moment, and never in 1,000 years? This one you really need to listen carefully because the answer is actually in the question itself. I'm giving you a hint. Okay. What occurs once in a minute, twice in a moment, and never in 1,000 years? Okay. I repeat the question one more time, yeah. What occurs once in a minute, twice in a moment, and never in 1,000 years? Oh, wow. So you actually got it correct. A lot of you. Okay, it's the letter M. So in a minute, you have one M. But in moment, you have two M's. Yeah, moment, moment. Okay, so two M's. But in 1,000 years, there is no M. So it's the letter M, right? Good job. Okay, we can go for another two more questions if you want, right? So let's do two more questions. 3 men were in a boat. It capsized. So that means the boat sank. Okay. But only 2 got their hair wet. Why? Okay. 3 men were in a boat. It capsized. But only 2 got their hair wet. Why? Okay, so most of you actually got it correct. Yeah, the third man actually is botak. Yeah, it is bald. Yeah, bald. Yeah, it has no hair. So that is why the hair doesn't get wet. Good job. Okay, last question. This one may be tricky. I look taller when I am young, but as I get old, I become shorter. What am I? So I look taller when I am young, but as I get old, I become shorter. What am I? This is the last question, yeah? Then after that, moderators will have to do their job to compile and see. Yeah. Okay, there are a lot of answers to it, yeah? Pencil is correct. Candle is correct. Anything to do with related to like color pencil is also correct. Yeah, crayon is also correct. But of course, since it is mid-autumn, of course, we will choose candle as the answer. Yeah. Okay. So good job. Who? Human. We don't get shorter as we grow old, do we? Okay. Good job, all of you. Most of you actually answered the correct. Give the correct answer. Yeah. So our moderators will have a lot of challenge and determining who they want to give the prizes to. Right. Okay. So let's come back to the lantern. We check whether it is dry. I've put on 2 layers of paint. Yeah. So now is for us to assemble it. The back part I did not paint, but if you can, please paint everything. Yeah, including the back part, so that it looks nicer. Yeah. So this is how it looks like now. The corrugated side will be my front. So I am going to first stick the box for the LED light onto the middle part of the cardboard, right? So I'm going to use a hot glue gun. So if let's say you are also using hot glue gun, please be very careful. Now the trick is to make sure that it doesn't jut out, yeah. So that means it's hidden inside, right? So let's stick it on with hot glue. This I did not paint as well, but if can, please paint it so that it looks nicer, yeah. Because if let's say we want to paint everything, then it's going to take us 4 hours to complete. Right? So one part is done. So we are going to assemble the front part. going to put hot glue again. And then after that, make sure you align it properly so that the front of your moon, the crescent, and the back is actually aligned. Yeah. So this is done. Next, we are going to fix the rabbit. Let's have a look at our rabbit. Okay, so the rabbit at this point of time still do not have the face, the eyes, and all that. So you can actually draw eyes on it. Depends on how you want to draw. You want your eyes to be big and round, or you want your eyes to be closed, whereby you can only see the eyelashes. It is entirely up to you. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to stick the inner ear onto the outer ear area. Right? So both sides I am going to stick it on. So far it looks like this. A little bit more 3D because it is on a cardboard. Yeah. And then next I am going to use a black marker, a permanent black marker, and then I am going to draw the eyes. Okay. I'm going to draw the eyes, but I am not going to draw the full eyes. I am going to draw only eyelash like this. Okay. And then of course you can also draw the nose and also the whiskers. If not, then just leave it as it is. Okay, as it is. And of course, if let's say you want it to be a female rabbit, what you need to do is add a little bit of flowers onto the head, yeah, to make it look pretty, like wearing a headband, yeah. That is an idea. You can actually do that. Okay, next we are going to stick the rabbit from the inside. Let's see. Where am I going to stick this? Okay, so I'm going to stick it here. Yeah, so I stick it from the back. Okay, and then after that I am going to put the hand, I'm going to stick the hand onto the moon itself. Okay, both sides of the hand. Right. Okay, so far it is like this. And then after that, I am going to stick another rabbit onto the moon. Okay, so this one, most likely I am going to stick it here. Yeah, stick it here. Like this, right? So let's put a little bit of glue. Okay, so basically, this is the very basic lantern that I've made. Of course, you can add on other elements like a lantern, some flowers and leaves, clouds, heart shape, or if let's say you have any decorative stickers, you can actually stick it on. Yeah, so this is how it looks like. Then of course, the second rabbit, I am going to also draw tiny dot for the eyes. Okay, now since this is since this workshop we are only going to use paper materials, we are going to use recycled newspaper or magazine or brochure and make it into a ball so that we can fix it here as a tail for this rabbit, right? So what you need to do is you just tear a bit of the newspaper. If you want to paint it, then you can paint it before you stick it on. Otherwise, then you can just leave it. Make sure that you roll it into a ball. Okay, the size is up to you, whether you want a big tail, a big fluffy tail, or you want it to be just a tiny little ball. It's okay too, yeah. So once you're done, then we will just stick it on to the rabbit itself. Okay. My rabbit is going to have a big tail. Right? Okay. Then after that, you can, now if let's say you are doing both sides, make sure you also decorate this side, yeah. So for me, I'm only just doing one side to show you. If you want, you can do the other side. Then of course, after that, you can put your LED light into the middle part, right? And the last part is, of course, we need to attach yarn onto our lantern. And then after that, you can play with it, okay? So this stick is for you to hang your lantern, yeah? If let's say you already attach the yarn and then you just hang it. Now, how do we attach the yarn? Because there are gaps in between. So you have two options. One is, of course, you can actually stick the yarn or you can actually poke holes, yeah, on 4 sides. This corner of your crescent, yeah, front and back, 4 sides, so that it is more balanced, okay? So 4 sides, and then poke holes, tie it at 4 sides, and then hold it up, and then tie it in the middle. Then, of course, after that, you wrap around your stick, okay? Otherwise, then you can only stick it, poke holes into the middle part. But of course, if you poke holes onto the middle part, it may not be as sturdy. So the best option is still poke holes onto the moon itself, yeah, onto the body itself. So if let's say you don't want to poke holes, what you can do is you hot glue it, right? Okay. So basically, we are done with the lantern, yeah, the moon bunny lantern. So I hope that you have already have an idea how do you want your lantern to be, yeah, because at the end of the day, this is your lantern, right? You can have it anywhere, any way you want, right? Now, I mentioned just now, we are going to have the lantern making contest. Yeah, actually it is already started on the 10th of September, which is 2 days ago. Today is 12th. Yeah. So if you are interested, I actually encourage all of you to join. Yeah, because since next week is actually a school holiday, why not? Yeah, most of you are in holiday, right? So why not? Yeah. You have learned a lot about green craft, yeah, making craft using recyclable materials. So this is a best time for you to actually do one as well, yeah. What you need to do, if let's say you're interested to participate, now listen carefully, because I am going to go through the terms and conditions together with you, so that you know how to participate and where to sign up and things like that, okay? Now, first thing first, if you are interested, right? So you need to register if you're interested. Now, the link for you to register is actually, we are going to type it in into the comment section, yeah? So it's https tinyurl.com/scm lantern contest 2021. Okay, so our moderator is going to type it into the comment section, but don't worry if let's say you missed it, because we are also going to post the visual and also all the details how you can actually participate once the workshop is done. All right. So there is a link for you if you are interested to sign up. Some of you have already signed up. Yeah, I've already received some of your entries. I mean your interest to participate in the contest. Yeah. But for those of you who have not and who are interested or keen to sign up, yeah, you need to register first, right? So once you are done, then you can start to work on your lantern. Now, there are 2 categories, okay? First category is for age 7 to 12, and the second category is for age 13 to 18, all right? So 7 to 12 years old, and then 13 to 18 years old, right? So 2 categories. Now, what are the terms and conditions? Okay, and when is the last day for you to submit? Okay, the contest runs from 10th of September, which is 2 days ago, until 26th of September. So you get to play with your lantern before you actually send it. Isn't it good? Right? So you don't have to make 2. You make 1, you play with it, make sure you play it nicely, carefully, so that you can still keep it and send it for contest. Yeah. So how do you actually send your final artwork? We don't need you to send the physical final artwork. What you need to do is you need to upload a video. Yeah. If you want to participate, what you need to do is you have to do a video recording of the lantern itself. It can be the final product, it can be the whole process, but make it short, yeah, because if it is too long, then it may take a long time for us to judge. Okay, so you need to send the video as well as images, okay, of the lantern. Now the images has to be up close, means that we need to be able to see what material you use. Because if let's say you take it too far away, we may not know that this is actually paper product, or we may not know that this is actually a newspaper or magazine or brochure. Okay, so we need to be able to see it. So you need to take an up close picture of the final product, which means front, back, okay, side view, top view. You can send us a few, or you can actually compile it into one photo and then upload it. Now, where do you upload? Okay, you can upload it to your own Facebook page and or Instagram, and then tag Satya City Mall. Okay, so if let's say you are uploading it into Facebook, just make sure you tag you just type in Satya City Mall, at Satya City Mall. Okay, and if let's say it's Instagram, then it is at satyacity.mall. Okay. So all these details are actually in the registration form when you sign up, if let's say you are keen, right? So you can have a look at it. But we will also be putting it up onto the post itself, yeah? And then you need to hashtag it, okay? The hashtag is SCM Lantern Contest 2021, okay? Hashtag SCM Lantern Contest 2021, okay? So that is the hashtag that you need to use when you upload your video as well as your photos. Now, of course, videos and photo you can't upload at the same time. So because it's 2 different files, right? So I'm not sure whether you can actually do it in a folder. Can we upload a folder? No. Okay. So you need to upload separately. Okay. But please make sure when you upload, you put in the name of the kit. Yeah, so that at least we can go through again. Because when you upload it, it is your parents' name. We won't know from which kit, right? So make sure you also put in, when you tag, put in the kid's name as well in the comment. All right. Okay, so in your submission of your final artwork, means when you upload the photo and the video, you need to describe the material used. Okay, so you have to tell us that what are the material you use, right? So like for example, if I were to submit my entry for this moon bunny lantern, I will have to say that I use corrugated cardboard, I use a cereal box, I use magazines, okay, and also I use a toothpaste box, for example. So those are the things. Then of course we will check through your artwork or your photos, right? So like I mentioned just now, closing date is 26th, which is, I think it's a Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. Try to submit as early as possible. Yeah. Otherwise, the last day is 26th of September, 2 p.m. It's easy to remember, isn't it? 2 p.m. Right? So what are the criteria? Again, material, you can only use recycled newspaper, magazine, brochure, paperback, recycled cardboard, corrugated cardboard, cereal box, tissue box, mask box. Okay, of course, you can use paint, you can use hot glue gun. It's fine. But if let's say you want to make it more elaborate, for example, you want to make flower, you can't use felt, you can't use foam, you can't use even recycled paper, no. Why we do not allow recycled paper? Because we would not know whether it is genuinely recycled. Yeah, sometimes we say that, oh, it is recycled, but we won't know. So that is why, to be fair to everyone, yeah, so we only allowed newspaper, magazines, brochure, things that we can see very clearly that it is recycled, right? So that is one thing. The size of your lantern, when you make a lantern, the size cannot be bigger than 50 cm lengthwise, width or height, okay? Cannot be too big, okay? It cannot be smaller than 20 cm. So 20 cm is roughly about A4 size. A4 is 21 cm, okay? So this is 21 cm. Okay, so it cannot be smaller than 21 cm in length, width, or height, and it cannot be bigger than 50 cm in length, width, or height. Okay, so we must be in between, right? So that you can have more space to decorate, can make it look very, very 3D. Now, for those of you who have participated in our recyclable campaign, contest previously, you should know, yeah. So you can make it very elaborate, right? So how do we judge? So please take note, yeah, because you may need this information for you to actually construct your final artwork, all right? Creativity is 30 points. Now, when we talk about creativity, it means that the lantern itself, it must be your original idea. It cannot be copied, okay? It must be your original idea, all right? And then material used is 30 points, okay? So creativity, 30 points. Material used, 30 points. Material use, if let's say we see that you use plastic or you use any materials that we mentioned just now, it is not related to paper, or you are using other than the cardboard, the cereal box, what's not, then we may deduct points from there, okay? But maximum point for material use is 30 points, which carries a lot of weight, yeah? And then workmanship and finishing is 20 points. Proximity to theme is 10 points. Now, what is the theme? The theme is enchanting mid-autumn. Yeah? So, enchanting mid-autumn. So, it has to relate to that. Okay. Overall presentation. Okay. Overall presentation is 10 points. Okay. So, when you submit your final artwork, please make sure you check before you submit, because once you submitted, we will no longer entertain any resubmission, okay? Because to be fair to everyone, okay, so one participant can only submit one lantern, yeah? So please make sure you touch up, please make sure you really check your lantern before you submit, or the video as well as the lantern. The photos, right? So now we come to the most interesting part, which is the prizes. So we have in total 8 prizes per age category. So for 7 to 12 years old, okay, 7 to 12 years old, we have the grand prize, which is 200 ringgit Pakistan cash voucher plus certificate. Okay. Second prize winner will be 100 ringgit cash voucher plus certificate. Third prize, 50 ringgit cash voucher plus certificate. And then we have 5 consolation prizes, right? And then for group 13 to 18, of course, another set, yeah. So we have 8 prizes for group 7 to 12, and then another 8 prizes for 13 to 18. Okay, so again, grand prize, second prize, third prize, and 5 consolation. So the details wise, it will be in the terms and condition. I will not go in depth into that. You can refer it when you want to, when you are keen to sign up, right? Okay. Yeah, basically that is all. So please take note about the judging criteria, especially so that when you do your final artwork, remember, we will judge based on creativity, material use, workmanship and finishing, proximity to theme, as well as overall presentation, right? So again, I will urge all of you to submit your entry. Win or not, when you do it, it is already one step closer to, satisfaction. Because at the end of the day, you have a uniquely made lantern, right? Okay, so that is all on the terms and conditions. I hope that you have enjoyed the session today. And to reward you, we are going to do a lucky draw. Yeah, so we are going to draw. Today we have quite a number of participants actually that pre-register with us. So we are going to give away 5 lucky draws. Yeah, so this is on top of the 3 winners for the reader. Yeah, so let's do our lucky draw now. If you are wondering how you can actually be eligible for the lucky draw, when you pre-register with us, when you sign up on the Google form, automatically you're eligible for the lucky draw. So how this works, when I call your name, when I draw the name and I call, the first name that I call is always the kid's name, right? Then followed by the parent's name. So if you hear your kid's name or your name, please make sure you type into the comment section and say that I am here. For example, if I call Joey, then you need to type into the comment section and say that Joey is here so that our moderator will know, right? So we will call your name 3 times. If you are not responding, then the space will be forfeited and then we will draw another name to replace it. Okay, so 5 names all together from today's session. Let's see who are the lucky winners, okay? So first name, Ryan Lai, Mommy Wong Mei Mei. Ryan Lai, Mommy Wong Mei Mei. Okay, so this is the first name. Ryan, if you are here, or Mommy Mei Mei, if you are here, please type into the comment section and say Ryan is here. All right, so this is the first name. Second name, Tan. Ryan is here. Oh, good job. Congratulations, Ryan. Okay, so next name starts with Tan. Okay. So all the Tans, please get ready. Right. Tan Yi Ching. Mommy Chang Wan Ting. Tan Yi Ching. Mommy Chan Wan Ching. Okay. Yi Ching, if you are here, or Mommy Wan Ting, if you are here, please type into the comment section and say that Yi Ching is here. Okay. So third name. Okay, so let's pick up from the bottom, all the way from the bottom. Okay. Merlot. Okay. Merlot, Mommy Hidayah. Merlot, Mommy Hidayah. So this is the third name. Number 4. Leong Ziyin. Mommy Hua Li Lian. Leong Ziyin. Mommy Hua Li Lian. Okay. And the last name, Esther Leong. Mommy Tanny Teng. Esther Leong. Mommy Tanny Tang. Okay, so let's see whether you are here or not. Okay, let me repeat. Tan Yi Cheng, Mommy Chang Wan Ting. Merlo, Mommy Hidayah. Merlo is here. Congratulations, Merlo. Leong Ziyin, Mommy Hua Li Lian. Esther Leong, Mommy Tanny Tang. Leong Ziyin is here. All right. Okay, so Yi Cheng and Esther Leong. If you are here, please type into the comment section and let us know that you are here, yeah? Esther Leong, Mommy Tanny Ting. Tanny should be here, right? Because just now she answered some of the readers. Yeah. But we will let her respond. If let's say she doesn't respond, then we will draw another name, all right? And also Tan Yi Cheng, Mommy Chang Wan Ting. Okay, so last call for Tan Yi Cheng, Mommy Chang Wan Ting. Last call for Esther Leong, Mommy Tanny Tang. Going once. Let's get our box ready. Any response from Esther Leong and Tan Yi Cheng? No response? Okay, so we will keep these names one side and then we will draw another two names. Okay, let's see who are the lucky ones. Iris Renshaw. Daddy Lawrence Renshaw. Iris Renshaw. Daddy Lawrence Renshaw. So this is the first name. Okay, Iris, if you are here, please type into the comment section and let us know. Second name, Mia Lam, Mommy Chin Yi Cho. Mia Lam, Mommy Chin Yi Cho. So Iris and Mia, if you are here, please let us know. Okay, so for those of you, Michelle, yeah. The live today is actually run concurrently on both sites, which is on the Satya City Mall Facebook page as well as Craft Space Facebook page. Yeah, so some participants log on to the Facebook, Craft Space Facebook page, and then some actually log on from Satya City Mall Facebook page. So both the moderators are checking their names. When they are called, they need to respond. So when we see them respond, regardless whether they are from Satya City Mall site or Craft Space sites, then we will take it as they are present, right? As long as they respond, right? Mia Lam, Chin Yi Cho. Mia Lam is here, okay? So Mia. So now last one is Iris Renshaw. Iris Renshaw. Daddy Lawrence Renshaw. No? Okay, so last call for Iris Renshaw. Daddy Lawrence Renshaw. If not, then we will draw another one name. One last name, okay? So let's give it a good shake. And then let's draw. Matthias Liao. Mommy Michelle Tay. Matthias Liao, Mommy Michelle Tay. Matthias, if you are here, please type into the comment section and let us know that you are here. Yeah, so this is the last name that we are going to draw. So if let's say there is no pickup, then we are going to stop at 4 winners, right? So Matthias. Okay, so Matthias here. All right, congratulations. Right, so we have all the 5 names. Let me just repeat their names. Matthias, Ryan, Merlo, Mia, and also Ziyin. Yeah, so we will get in touch with you shortly after the workshop. Okay, so do we already have the winners for the reader? Okay, so we are going to do 5 because moderator say, well, too many people. Yeah, so too many people. So we are going to we are going to pick 5 names instead of 3 names, yeah? So first name. Ken. Ken. Kenn. Kenn. Muhammad Shafiz. Muhammad Yusuf. That's the second name. Kelly Koo. Pepe Yip. Miku Chin. All right, so let's repeat their names. Yeah, Ken. Muhammad Shafiz. Muhammad Yusuf. Kelly Koo, Pepe Yip, and Miku Chin. Congratulations to the 5 of you. I think I have all the numbers except for Ken. Yeah, because I don't see your name in the registration, the Google form. So we will get in touch with you on the messenger. So please make sure you check your messenger later on. All right. So we will wrap up today's session. Hopefully you have enjoyed. I know I've enjoyed the session. We played a lot of readers, and most of you are very engaging, and thank you very much for that, because we need the interaction going on so that we know that we are doing the right thing, yeah, so that you're enjoying the session as well. I will also take this opportunity to thank Setia City Mall for hosting this wonderful event in conjunction with Mid-Autumn, right? And also the contest. So please make sure you send in your final artwork for the contest. Remember, it's the last day itself is 26th of September, 2 p.m., right? So for those of you who would like to know more about Setia City Mall, please make sure you follow their Facebook page at Setia City Mall or Instagram at setiacity.mall, right? Then you can actually see a lot of information about them. This is one more that I actually encourage you to, if let's say you have a chance, please make sure you go, for those of you who have not been to Setia City Mall, because it is a very interesting mall, and they are actually put in a lot of effort into sustainable living or lifestyle. So that is why it's very related and very close to us, because we are also doing the same thing. Yeah, so if let's say you have a chance to go and visit them, please do so. For those of you who would like to know more about our weekly Facebook Live workshop, we have this every week on a Saturday. Yeah, so if you would like to know more about us, please visit us on our Facebook page at CraftSpaceMY. Yeah, and then when you see that we have the post on the next workshop, then you can actually sign up for it, right? So I will wrap it up today by wishing you happy Mid-Autumn Festival or 中秋节快乐. And for those of you who are having holiday next week, happy holiday, and please make sure you do a lot of crafts. Yeah. Take this opportunity to also make your own lantern, be it whether for contest or not. Yeah, make it something unique rather than buy the ready-made. Yeah, if let's say you want to share with us your artwork, please do so, because we love to see all the final artworks. Yeah, whether it is for contest or not. Right? Until we meet again, my name is Joey. Hopefully we will see you again next week. All right, bye.